Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here talking in behalf of Brazilian attainments of the Millennium Development Goals. So, although I don't have a clear-cut case study to present, we will be talking about some progress we've been making, and also I would require the help of my other colleagues from other ministries, which have a very nice experience directly concerned with hunger alleviation and poverty reduction in Brazil. To start my presentation, I would say that Brazil is a highly urbanized country of 109 million inhabitants and the 50th largest nation on earth. And through decisive government actions aided by civil society engagement, the country has been rapidly advancing towards the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. And many of those actions are linked to the Zero Hunger or Fome Zero program, which was designed to ensure the human right to adequate food by promoting food and nutrition security and eradicating extreme poverty with the aim of consolidating rights for the most vulnerable segments of the population. This has been presented during the speech of my colleagues, Daniel Balaban and Milton Miró, this morning. So I'm not going much into it, but I would like to say that the indicators have been pointing out notable progress as long as the inclusion of social inclusion of people below poverty line, many advances related to child mortality, infant and just born children, maternal mortality. All of this is related to education and to wage increase and many policies and political will above everything. So I would like to be talking a little bit about the commercial sector and the household farming, because both had to do with the advance the country has been undergoing. You start to say that as long as the commercial sector is concerned, a crucial moment in the country was observed in the mid-90s when a successful plan of macroeconomic adjustment eventually stabilized a chronic history of inflation in the country and created solid foundations for economic growth. Among other relevant measures, two related key elements were of decisive importance for the future of agriculture in the country. Firstly, Brazil liberalized its markets and opened them for foreign competition. Secondly, several fragments of agricultural policy are implemented, thus clearly establishing a market-based approach. Taking the 2008 indicators, the country agriculture and its agro-industrial chains account for 25.6% of the GDP, which is around $1.6 trillion nowadays, and respond for 37% of all jobs in the country and for 36.4% of total exports. So agricultural productivity, in turn, was the main drive that stimulated production and accounted for 65% of the total agricultural growth in the period, and its role has been crucial to guarantee low levels of food prices and food abundance in the country. So the overall performance of Brazilian agriculture transformed the country from an importer of some products in the past to one of the most relevant players in the international markets of agricultural commodities. Some colleagues at Embrapa have demonstrated that these trends are mainly resulting from competent farmers, entrepreneurship, shipping and mechanized land, agricultural policies, and tropical technology developed to the National Agricultural Research System, which is coordinated by Embrapa. While as long as the government action and small producers are concerned, this is also a nice picture. A turning point with regard to small farmers was the national program for strengthening family farming, which is providing a wide array of credit channels for small producers, ranked under different criteria, and also offers financial support for those poor rural families settled under the National Program of Land Reform. These credits are subsidies and cover costs of production, investments, and commercialization. This has been talked by the colleague Milton Miron. Gender has also been addressed through PRONAF Women, and this segment also receives specialized technical assistance and rural extension services to attend to particular needs regarding development of family agriculture. In recent years, PRONAF this program has been strengthened and added by other actions. One of them is the Citizenship Territories Program, which focused on addressing poverty in rural areas through a sustainable territorial development strategy. And another one is the More Food Program, which was created in order to modernize the productive structure of family farms. So all those programs are being conducted in an array of various government ministries and other organizations, and also with civil society organization and partnership. Another important program has been the Family Agricultural Food Procurement Program, which was structured under the well-known Zero Hunger Program, which was launched as part of the program in 2003. This program promotes the direct purchase of food products by small farmers in order to guarantee food supply to a chain of social assistance institutions throughout the country, including popular restaurants, community kitchens, and food banks. So the food production is associated also with education. So all those actions are truly promoting the social inclusion and good health and good nutrition to the citizens. The stocks of food bought by the government through this program may also be used for special social targets formed of vulnerable families. And one of this specific group is the school children, and this was already covered by colleague Milton this morning, so I'm not going to repeat on it. Only to emphasize that it is a very important program with exceptional results. Also, the rural poor families have been benefiting most from other initiatives launched by Zero Hunger Program. The main one is Bolsa Família, which is a cash conditioned transfer type of social program whose financial transfers reach families living in poverty and under extreme poverty. And so this cash transfer program has some conditionings, and some of them are linked to education and also to health monitoring throughout the country. My time is...
You've gone 7 minutes.
I would like to finish saying that a robust increase in agricultural productivity resulted in the reduction of food price, and the sum of these trends meant that Brazilian agriculture has been successful in not only fighting hunger in rural and urban areas, but also in providing social inclusion and greater prosperity. The recently launched the final report of the UK-based Foresight project on the future of food and farming emphasized that there are causes for optimism that agriculture can become a more powerful force for the reduction of hunger and poverty in the decades ahead. I was very happy with this conclusion. And we in Brazil, we are aware that our country has been strongly exercising this strategy and promoting an array of different policies and incentives to support all types of producers, from small farmers to large-scale agriculture. And the total financial support for agriculture jumped from US $14.8 billion in 2002 to $69.6 billion in 2010. So the combination of entrepreneurship and nationally developed technologies in tandem with various government policies have turned Brazil agriculture into a flourishing economic activity that's contributing to feed not only its people, but also offering an extraordinary contribution to reduce hunger in other countries. The persistent government support, government will, to small farmers is gradually encompassing the whole group of producers, including settlers established under the land reform program and many other groups, to provide them with technological expertise and ensuring their full integration into the economy. Thus, to conclude, I would like to say that Brazil is establishing a new model of fight against hunger and poverty in rural and urban areas, leveraging a culture to conquer nutrition and health for its citizens. I thank you very much.